So I got asked a really important question yesterday by two of my trading students. And that is, when do you know the market is trending? Well, this is a critical question to be answered, especially early on, because if you don't know when the market is trending, then you're going to lose money if you're a trend trader. So I'm going to show you a number of proven ways, the best ways for you to find out when the market is trending and when it's not. Why is this important? Well, the market only trends about 20% of the time. So if you think about it, you need to be out of the market 80% of the time. Now, what happens is trend traders will get a big win and then they'll subsequently give it back with small losing trades. So I'm going to show you how you can keep your big wins and have less losses. Without further ado, let's swap to the charts. Let's get into the first way of working out how we're in a trending market and how we're not in a trending market. So I'm going to start by adding the moving average onto the charts. Now, this is Sierra charts we're using. For purposes of these, we're going to be using moving average exponential. The first one we're going to put on is 35. So 35 is obviously in between 20 and 50. You can tweak these depending on what you're actually trading. So we're just going to change that to be, because we're going to make this into a road. We have a dash. I'm going to make this grey dash. Now, next, what we're going to do, we're going to add an average true range. So we've got that there. That has an ID 2, and that has a moving average ID of 1. Now, what we want to do is create the range on this either side to depict when we're going through the moving averages in a range type way. So to do that, I'm just going to add a formula. So we're going to add a formula there. Oh, hang on a minute. Do we do 2 sets today? 2 sets. I think I've got the wrong one there. Oh, there. That's why. Spreadsheet formula. That's the one I want. So, what I want to do here is, I want to do a simple formula to say we want to calculate and add the ATR for the lower for the higher line, and we want to take the ATR for the lower line, right? So we're going to do this, and we're going to put this to chart region 1. I'm just going to make it green so we can just see it for this one. And this is going to be ID 1.sg1. That's subgraph 1. So you've got the ID and you've got the subgraph 1 there. You can. What I'm just going to do is just apply that just to show you -100. You can see there, right, on there. Now what we're going to do is take the ID 2.sg1 and we're going to take half the average true range. Now this can be anything you decide, but this is basically what I use for the US 30, which is what we're trading. So you see how we're making the road there, right? And we don't want to include zeros because it'll screw the graph up. And what we're just going to do is just change that to be orange. Right, okie doke. We're going to duplicate that. Right, we're going to name that one lower line. And then we're going to name this one higher line. Now, obviously, what we're going to do here, instead of adding, instead of taking, we're going to add. So what we should do is end up with a nice road, which we do. Now, what we can do in Sierra charts is fill this in. Now, we're going to come back to that in a sec, because I just want to show you now that how this works in the no trend zone. So obviously, if we go back and look at yesterday, which is a really good day for looking at what happened in the markets. So when we're in the out of the no trend zone, either side of the road, we're safe. Just comes all the way down, stays out of the no trade zone, except for here and here. Now, when we see it crossing, we see this happen. So we're going into this area of the no trade zone, no trend zone. We don't want to trade. Now, if we just bring that out, you can see here that when it cleanly cuts through, and then you can start trading. But then it goes into consolidation again. So basically, when we've got 3 bars, 5 bars that are in the no trade zone, don't trade. Not if you're a trend trader, right? That's fine for this because obviously you've come into here, we don't trade. And then obviously we've popped and then gone down. And then obviously at that point, we've stayed right out of it. Again, if you have that rule, it goes into it, don't trade. And then boom, you can trade that. I mean, even that there is 80 points. So that's how you build the no trend road. Now, I want to add to this, right? Another way, and again, it's a confirmation way, and it depends on how fast you're trading. Now, this works on any sort of time zone. So I'm going to show you it on the 5 minute. You can see there we've come out and then traded really well, and then obviously it's cut through. Stick with the rule, and then obviously that'll keep you out of that mess there. And then obviously again, we see this. We've got the 5 bars and then straight up. 5 bars and then straight up. Now, all you need to do is test whatever you're trading. Obviously, it could be currency, it could be anything, as to how many bars you need to be out of the no trend road. So for me, it's 2 to 4 bars. So, and sometimes if I'm on a lot faster time zone, if I'm on a lot faster chart, then I would look at more bars. So now we're going to add to this. And what are we going to add? We're going to add 2 more moving averages. Again, you can do this. Now, you can do this on any charting package. So, again, we're going to use exponential. This time, we're going to use my favorite exponential moving average, which is 9. Now, this time, we're going to do it different. We're going to do it based on the open. We're going to depict this in green, which is fine. So we're just going to say, 9. Right, bring that on. And then I'm going to duplicate that and change that to the second one to close. There we go. Change this to last. Now, obviously, then you'll see this. Now, what we're going to do is change the last one to be red. Again, this is a little cheat, and there's a couple of extra cheats on this. So when we're trending down, obviously, the close needs to be below the open on average, and vice versa. When we're trending up, the close needs to be above the open. So basically what we're saying here is on average, every candle is getting higher in value. And on average, every candle is getting lower, but we can clearly see it by the moving average. And what we say here is if we're coming away from this from a trading point of view as a trigger as an entry, we come out of the no trade zone, either no trade run. We want 2 bars below the moving average 9s, and then boom, we can trade. And conversely, again, you can do that the other way. Now look at this, you see here, quite clearly you can see it is in the no trade zone. We don't want to trade. And basically that keeps us out of the trades. I'll just show you this on the daily, to show you on the daily and on the weekly. Right, I want to show you the weekly. This works really well, the moving average 9. So effectively, if it's above it, you can see it's trending up. And then obviously you can see here, when you're coming out, you can actually see just exactly what's going on here, i.e. we're in a range of moving up and down, basically. So that's obviously a lot cleaner. And then if we jump back to the daily, again, trending up as we speak. But you can see there, it's a lot easier to see when we're fighting and we're in the trend, no trade zone, and we cut through and then it's clean. So we'll jump to the 4 hour to show you the 4 hour. We just need some more data on that. So we're just going to bring in. There you go. We've got more data now. Probably could do more than that, actually. But again, you can see exactly it works on any single time zone. Just remember when you're intraday trading, number top tip, don't go against the hourly. Right, so if the hourly is coming down, look for trend trades going down. And obviously you can see there quite clearly, we're cutting away and then we're just going down. Right, so that ends how we find out whether we're trending or we're not trending. Hope this helps. And this ends the video.